Hello everyone, my name is Newton Andrew. Welcome back to Jaex community, and here are three things you.
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please comment. All right. Donato said they can hear me. Okay, they can hear me. I'm glad. All right. So today we are going to glance through nomenclature. In our next life class, then we'll be naming different kind of compounds. Then we end organic series with isomerism. So if you heard the last thing I said, please comment isomerism. If you heard the last thing I said, comment isomerism. If you heard the last thing I said, comment isomerism. Good evening, everyone. So if you heard the last thing I said, okay, yeah, isomerism. Okay. I'm still waiting for others. So I said, okay, so I was saying that Today we're going to finalize nomenclature, and after we are done in tonight's class, yeah, this class is meant for Jaex and JAMB and PTS students, but fortunately I don't think the PTS student will be joining us tonight. I don't think nursing student will be joining us tonight. So I was saying that after this class, we'll have another class that is just strictly for um naming of organic compounds. Then we'll end the class with isomerism. Alright. So that's being said, let's have the class. That being said, let's have the class. Alright, so let's revise what we did the other day that network was not friendly. So we started by talking about um, naming of hydrocarbons, and we're looking at nomenclature. Please, if we get to any point, at any point that you cannot hear me, please comment you cannot hear me so that I can adjust my mic. So for that class, we said that there are rules of naming organic chemistry. There are rules of naming organic chemistry. So number one rule is select the longest continuous chain. So for example now, if we are given a compound like this, C, 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 it means that we have to select the longest continuous chain, and in doing that we have to count 1, 2, 3. Okay, my 3 is bent. 3, then 4. So the longest continuous chain is 4, and look at the reason why carbon is regarded as the major element in organic chemistry. We said it can catenate, has the ability of catenation. We said that it can combine with hydrogen, halogen, and other nitrogen with ease. We said we give 3 reasons. So today we will look at the rules of naming organic chemistry. Number 1 is select the longest. Now from what we just did now, we have 4 carbons coming together to form a chain. And according to this table, 4 means boots or bots. 4 is bots, right? 4 is bots. So if we have something like this, I think I'm going to clear my screen first. Okay, so if we have something like this, we said it the last time, we were just trying to do revision. So if we have something like this, hydrogen is attached, hydrogen is attached, another hydrogen is attached, hydrogen is attached, hydrogen attached, up and down, hydrogen is attached. I said if we have something like this is an alkane. The functional group is alkane, right? So automatically, so this becomes butane. I believe we all remember that. All right. So moving forward, let's now look at uh, one example we saw in that class. So we said that for that class, we said that if we are given a compound like this, right? This is an organic chemistry compound. We are given a compound like this to name. Our first assignment, our first mission is to select the longest continuous chain. So let's count now. We want to look for the longest. Our aim now is to look for the longest. So let's count. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. And this is 7. This is 7. Now, So straight, if we measure it straight, or if we count from straight, give us 7. What if we count from the branch? Because we are looking for the longest right now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, and this is 7. Now you see that um you see that whether it comes from the branch or from the straight to, it's still giving us 7, right? Now according to the table, what is 7? This is where I need your response. According to this table, what is 7? This is the table. According to the table, what is 7? I need your response now. I need that response. According to the table, what is 7? We counted this to be 7, and I said, according to the table, what is 7? Okay, Faith says 7 is hept. Okay, I'm waiting for the others. What is 7, guys? Harvest, heptane. You don't know that yet because I have not completed the bonds. So, what is 7? Tell me it is hept, not heptane. Don't have the functional group to it. Okay, I'm waiting. All right, hept. Yeah, so let's proceed. Let's proceed. Mm. Now, moving forward, we said it is hept. Now, the second rule of naming organic um, chemistry, organic compounds, the second rule for naming organic compounds is identify the functional group. Identify the functional group. Now, listen, for arcane, arcane has a single bond. Arcane has a single bond, right? And their suffix is always in. Moving forward, for arcane, arcane has a double bond, and their suffix is usually in. Sorry, their suffix is usually in. For alkyne, alkyne has a triple bond. So either it is alkeno, either it is alkyno, either it is alkeno, it is a functional group. And the last one, alkanos have a functional group of OH. I repeat, alkanos have a functional group of OH. Now, what this means is this. Now, when you name, first of all, identify the longest chain. Is it boots? Then the second thing to do is identify the functional group and merge the first row and the second row together. Look at an example. Okay. So I said before we look at an example, whenever arcane is CH4, which is methane. So whenever CH4 loses one hydrogen atom to become CH3, now it becomes an alkyl group is formed, right? So this thing you see here, this guy you see here, is methane. Then this guy you see here is methyl. Why? Because it loses one. Look at some example. Look at some example. Watch your screen. Look at some example. Now, having said this, let's look at an example. Let's look at an example. This is where we start naming. Let's work with rule 1 and rule 2. Now, let's look at this guy carefully. Now, looking at this guy, we have the first thing we should do is to count the longest chain. For this place, or for this case, the longest chain is just 1. Now, what is 1? 1 is met. What is 1? 1 is met. 1 is met. Right? Now, what is not the functional group? The functional group are the bonds that joins the carbons that joins the carbon and the atom together, attach the atom of hydrogen to the carbon. Are you seeing it? So is this a single or a double bond? Of course, this is a single bond. So therefore, it is an alkane. Single bonds is alkane. Now let's combine A. Let's combine A and B together. A and B together. When we combine A and B together, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get methane. Methane. Methane, when we concatenate it together, we get methane. Now, moving forward, do you guys understand it? All right. So this is another example. First, count the longest continuous chain. Let's count. This is 1, and this is 2. Now, the second thing is to identify the functional group. For this list, what is the functional group here? The functional group here is OH. Now, the functional group here is OH. Since the functional group is OH, therefore, it is alkanol. Now, what is 2? 2 is 8, according to the table, right? So let's combine A and B together. So if we did combine A and B together, it's going to give us ethanol. When you concatenate it, it is ethanol. Are we together? Let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if you are still following. Let me know on the comment section. All right. I'm glad you all can hear me. I'm glad you all can hear me. I'm glad you all can hear me. Now, in a short while, you all are going to be naming. In a short while, you all are going to be naming. But first, let's do this. Let's do this. First, let's do this. Now, we have a compound here before us. How do we name this compound? How do we name this compound? The third rule say that when counting the carbon atom, count from the side that is closer to the functional group or the substituent. Now, if you look at this compound very well, any place that is branched, any place that you see attachment, that place is called the substituent. Now, for this compound, what is the substituent? The substituent is this attachment. Now, the substituent is this attachment. Are we together? Now, how do we now go about it? Let's follow the rule. Let's say we want to start naming now. Let's count from up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if we count from up side, you realize that this is 6 carbon atom and 6 is called what? Answer me. 6 is called what? I'm waiting. 6 is called what? Comment. What is 6 called? Are you sure? Are you guys sure? Now that's very correct. 6 is called S. Now, if we count from upside and we count downside, no matter how we're going to count, we always have 6. But what is the rule saying? The rule said we should count from the side that is closer to the substituent. Now, if we count from the upside, this is the upside. The upside is green. And if we count from the downside is red. Now, which of them do you think is closer to the substituent? The substituent now is the branch. Is it up or down? Is it up or down? Comment your answer. Is it up or down? Which do you think is closer to the substituent? The green. All right. Up. Yeah. X. The green. Now, because the green is the side that is closest with number 2, and the attachment is methyl, which is CH3. Remember, it is methane losing one hydrogen atom to give us methyl. So therefore, this compound now becomes 2 methyl. Watch your screen. 2 methyl ethane. So this compound becomes 2 methyl ethane. 2 methyl ethane. How did we get ethane, the parent's name? We have to count. The carbon atoms are 6. What is the functional group? The functional group is alkane. Now, because the functional group is alkane, right, what do? We say it is X plus N, which is S plus N is ethane. So this is the combination of the carbon atom and the functional group Sn. Now, what about the substituent? The substituent is a methyl, right? And 2 methyl is simply telling me that methyl is standing at the position 2 at carbon 2. Do we get that? Do we get that? Do we get that? Now, if we did get that, answer this question for me quickly, 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 quickly. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to this channel, do it to subscribe. All right. So, can you guys still hear me? If you can hear me, comment. I can hear you. Now, for those of you who could not attempt it, or you did not attempt it, or you just didn't want to, well, or you honestly cannot attempt it. So, it is 2 bromo. It is 2 bromo butane. It is 2 bromo butane. So, how did we get 2 bromo butane? Now, you can see that the first thing you do is to identify the longest carbon chain, right? So we counted 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, the longest is 4, and 4 is boot. The second thing to look out for is, what is the functional group? Are they bonded with by single bond, double bond, or triple bond? It is single bond, so it is not alkane. So when you combine uh, 1 and 2 together, which is boot and alkane together, we get butane. Now over to the substituent. Substituent. Now the substituent is an attachment, right? That is different from hydrogen. Now, how do we now name it? First, count from the side that has the smallest. Now, if you count from down side, you see that bromine or bromo is at a position of 2, right? But what happens if you count from upside? Let's count from upside. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we want to pick the smallest. The smallest is always position 2 because smallest is closest. So that makes it 2 bromo butane. Now moving forward, right? Moving forward. Let's name this quickly. Let's name this quickly. All right, my volume is up. Now I want to show you guys something. But before I show you, name this first. All right, 2-chloro-pentane. I'm sure you all already know this, but this is what I want to show you. Tonight, it is extra information. Let's go. Now, if we have something like this, please watch your screen very carefully. If you don't understand, let me know. If I have something like this, can you guys see my screen? I know my work is a bit rough. Okay, let me clean. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, say I can see your screen. I can see your screen. I want to show you guys something. Now, guys, please watch your screen. Now, what I drew here is 2-bromo propane. I believe you all can name right now. But will you believe, or are you going to argue with me if I say this is a molecular formula? Write the compressed formula for me, and I write the compressed formula to be CH3, CHB arrow, then CH3. Do you guys understood this? Will you believe if I tell you that this this is the same thing as this? Will you go and accept that? Yeah, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back, guys. We are back, guys. We are back. Can you guys hear me? All right, we are back. So let's continue to explain. So we are saying that this is a molecular formula. Sorry, and this is the compressed formula. Can we take one more example? You guys should give me the compressed formula. All right. So give me the compressed formula for this guy. Watch your screen. Give me the compressed formula for this guy and give me the name. Name it correctly. Name it correctly. Give me the name of the compound and name it. I think Joy. I think Joy has a point. 2-chloroethane. CH3CH2Cl. She has a point. Where is Bleeze? Where are the rest? One chloroethane. One chloroethane. So we said we must count from the side that is closest, right? So if you have, so if you have So from the up we have 1, 2. From down we have 1, 2. So this is supposed to be from the side that is closest. From the side that is closest. Is 1 chloroethane. Is 1 chloroethane. The side that is closest. 1 chloroethane. Don't get it mixed up. Okay, I'm glad. So you see, in exam condition, if you don't see the compressed form like this or the molecular formula, believe me, you are going to see a compressed formula. And whatever, anyhow they bring it, answer it. Don't get confused. So this is CH theory. Okay, this is, I can either write it as CH2Cl, right? Or I can say, well, it doesn't really make sense if I say it is written as this. It won't really make sense. Okay, guys, let's go. This is the more, forget about this guy. All right. So this is it. So if what you wrote is CH3CH2Cl, you got it correctly. Yeah, you got it correctly. All right, so let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay, so you've learned something extra tonight. So you are one step ahead of those who are sleeping, right? Moving forward, rule number 4. We didn't talk about the rule number 4 in our last class. Rule number 4. So we said if the substituent is more than 1 times, if the substituent is more than 1 time, right, we should indicate by using a prefix. So listen to me, everyone. No, one is known as mono. Two is known as di. Three is known as tri. Then four is known as tetra. One is known as mono, two is known as di, tri for three, tetra for four. Are we together? Now, what we are going to be naming, you have to be conscious of the rules. One rule says that you must identify the longest and continuous chain, that is one. Two says that identify the functional group, that's two. Three says that start counting from the side that is closer to the substituent. And number 4 rule is saying that when you have more than one substituent, right, the same substituent, use the prefix. Now let's go for this one. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please tell me how many number of bromine you can see right now. Okay, can you hear me now, guys? Can you hear me now? So if you can hear me, say I can hear you. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. All right. So I was saying that when you see a compound like this, Lelas, don't run away. Don't be scared. Man up. The four rules got you covered. The first rule you need to do, or the first thing you need to do, is to record the first rule. What is the first rule? Count the number of atoms, carbon atoms, or the longest continuous chain. So I just counted to give us 5, right? I would say 5 is pet. Second rule is identify the functional group. What is the functional group? Is it joined by single bond, or is it joined by double bond, or is it joined by triple bond? And you have eyes, look at it, fine girl, handsome boy, look at it. Now, if you did look at it very well, you see that it is a single bond. And because it is a single bond, it is arcane. So if we join pet and arcane together, the last name, we get pentane. Two is number 3. Start counting from the side that is closest towards the substituent. Now we counted from the up, and you see that the first substituent is at a position 3. Let's count from bottom. Sorry, the first bottom. Let's count from under. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can see clearly with your eyes that up and down, which of them is closest? Of course, it is up, because in position 2 we have one bromine. In position 2 we have one bromine. Then in position 3 we have another bromine. We are looking at the front, the off numbers. Now in this case, there are 2 bromine in this place. So what do? Now we simply say that we let the scheme for direction know that in position 2 there's bromine. So you say 2, 3. We want to say there are 2 bromine and 1 stand for 2 stand for di. Say dibromopentane. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2,3-dibromopentane. Now, because more than 1 times, we use, ladies and gentlemen, this is 2,3-dibromopentane. It is at position 2 there's bromine. At position 3 there's another bromine. 2 of them is 2 bromine in the compound, right? And the press. Please, anytime my mic goes off and I'm distracted teaching, Alright, I know you can't hear me, but just name. I know you can't hear me, but just name. I know you can't hear me, but just name. Alright, I hope you guys are not copying yourself. I hope you guys are not copying yourself. Some of you that say you can't hear me, I can hear you guys. Well, I'm not saying anything because I want you guys to work. So forget about hearing my voice and name the compound you can see on your screen. Okay, congratulations to you all if you attempt this. Uh yeah, I say big congratulations. You've started naming organic compounds. Okay, so okay, Mini, are you a nursing student or you're a jambite or you are preparing for your work? Let's start from there because the class is about to end. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight 3 videos will be uploaded, likely questions in chemistry. So our aim for this group or for this community, what this community aim to achieve is 90 plus for just chemistry alone. We'll soon start physics. Okay, guys, attempt this quickly, quickly, quickly. Attempt this. Quickly, guys, attempt this. Yeah, we know it is 233 trimeter as in. But here's a question. And this question, they did not give you molecular formula, they give you compressed formula. And they say you should attempt this. Now, if you get this answer wrongly, I'm not going to be upset because I've not given you guys the final rule, right? So, I'm not giving you guys the final rules. So if you attempt this wrongly, I'm not going to be as upset with you guys. Or let me assume here is okay, let me change it. Let me change it. Please watch your screen. I think I've changed it. I've changed it. Look very well before you answer. Look very well before you answer. Please attempt this question for me. Please forget about hearing my voice and answer the question that is displaying on your screen right now. Now, rule number 5. Rule number 5. Can you guys hear me? Rule number 5. This is the point where you have to hear my voice. So if you cannot hear me, let me know. Let me know. Rule number 5. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say I can hear you. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. All right. So rule number 5 says that if you have different substituents in an organic compound, you should start by naming them according to the alphabetical order. Now, let's go back to this one. This was the one I modified this one so that you guys can be able to answer. But let's look at this very well. For this case, we have different type of substituents. They are different, right? So here we have chlorine, here we have methane, right? So there are two All right, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? So let me quickly repeat everything I said so that I'll be sure to carry everybody along. So thank you for drawing my attention. And if at any point you feel that you cannot hear me, the mic is off, and I'm explaining, draw my attention to it quickly, 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 quickly. Draw my attention to it quickly, 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 quickly. All right. So, like I was trying to explain, I said that um, we have a compound like this. I guess this thing is echoing. I hope the echoing is not disturbing you guys. We have a compound like this. I guess this thing is echoing. I hope the echoing is not disturbing you guys. If it is, let me know so that we stop the echo. Ha. Oluwalana. My mic is on and I'm sure everybody can hear me loud and clear. Ha. Oluwalana. My mic is on and I'm sure everybody can hear me loud and clear. So I was saying that if you are given a compound like this, please don't run away. Apply the rules. Right? So the first rule is to name all the carbon atoms, right? Name the count it rather. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Right? So 4 is boot, right? What is a functional group? It is joined by a single bond. So the functional group is alkane. So boots plus alkane is butane. So let's keep that one. The next thing is to identify the substituent. So now we have two different substituents here. We have chlorine and we have methyl. So rule 5 is saying that if there are two different substituents, how you go about it is this. How you go about it is use alphabetical order. So chlorine and methyl. Chlorine stand with C. Methyl starts with M. So C and M, which one comes first in the alphabetical table? I'm asking you guys a question. C and M, which one comes first? C and M, which one comes first? That if there are two different substituents, how you go about it is this. How you go about it is use alphabetical order. So chlorine and methyl. Chlorine stand with C. Methyl start with. So yeah, if I want to name this compound, it's gonna be position 2. We have 2 chloro. Let's name it. So you have 2 chloro 2 again, because at position 2 we have methyl. 2 methyl. What is the parent name? Butane. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Do we understand this? So, ladies and gentlemen, this compound is 2 chloro 2 methyl butane. Remember, alphabetical order first. It's gonna be position 2. We have 2 chloro. Let's name it. So you have 2 chloro 2 again. Position 2 we have methyl. 2 methyl. What is the parent name? Butane. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Okay, if you really understood what I just said, Oya Ungwano, answer. This compound is 2 chloro 2 methyl butane. Remember, alphabetical order first. Oh yeah, name, oh, name. Watch your screen. If you understood what I just said, oh yeah, name. Remember, follow alphabetical order. The difference between you and those sleeping right now is because you are determined to pass your exam. Okay, if you really understood what I just said, oh yeah, Ngwano, answer. Oh yeah, name, oh, name. Watch your screen. Understood what I just said? Oh yeah, name. Remember, follow alphabetical order. The difference between you and those sleeping right now is because okay, let's name now. So if I want to name this, I'll name it as one according to alphabetical order. We have bromine, we have fluorine, and we have chlorine. Of course, bromine comes first, so let's respect bromine. So this is one bromo, one bromo, um, three chloro, two fluoro, butane. Okay, let's name now. So if I want to name this, I'll name it one according to alphabetical order. We have bromine comes first, so let's respect bromine. So this is one bromo, one bromo, uh, three chloro, two fluoro, butane. All right. So another quick exercise, guys. Name this for me. What if I have yet to be? What if I have yet to be? Let's say what if I have yet to be? Guys, name this for me quickly, quickly, quickly. Name this quickly. No time to check time. No time to check time. Wash your screen and name for me. Wash your screen and name for me. Wash your screen and name for me. Alright, so another quick exercise, guys. Name this for me. What if I have yet to be? What if I have yet to be? Let's see. What if I have yet to be? Guys, name this for me quickly, quickly, quickly. Name this quickly. No time to check time. 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 Wash your screen and name for me. 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 No time to check time. No time. Yes, Mr. Bleeze. Yes, or 2K Wisdom. Where are that? No time to check time. No time to check time. Wash your screen. Please, yes or 2K. So if you are new to this channel, before you go to bed tonight, subscribe, 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 subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel, guys. Subscribe to Jaex Academy. Alright, my friends, this is where we're gonna draw the curtain. Good night. And we are done with organic chemistry, I guess one. So the next live class we're gonna be having, we're gonna be solving or trying to name complex compounds. They will not do isomerism. They will not call it a D finally in chemistry. All right. Thank you, guys. Good night. Have a wonderful night's rest. Remember, tonight, 3 videos are coming out. Possible and likely JAMB questions. Possible questions in chemistry is coming out tonight. Three videos, guys. So anticipate. I'm working tirelessly to give you guys the best. I hope the least you can do is to appreciate it. All right. Good night, guys. Good night. And we are done with organic chemistry. Please, you came late. Yes, one. So the next live class we're going to be having, we're going to be solving or trying to